Okay, this is our topic for today. This is the very first part when we want to deal with computers in how computers read numbers. So, this is very important in numerical solutions because we always use computers in solving civil engineering problems that cannot be solved analytically and can only be solved numerically. So, we're gonna start by defining what is a bit. So, bit is a short form for the word or for the words binary digit. So meaning binary digit, it is a digit that we use to symbolize the number in binary system. So as you can see, computers can only read numbers in a form of two states, that is ones and zeros. Why? Because computers, the hardware of a computer is made up of lots and lots and lots and lots of switches that we call transistors. In a central processing unit, or in what we call the processor, an example of one of the famous processors are made by the Intel and the AMD company. So, example, in an Intel i7, depending on what generation it has lots and lots and lots of transistors. And these transistors are measured in a form of, in a magnitude, or the size of these transistors are in nanometers. That is a very, 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 very small amount of size for a switch. So transistor is just a switch. So transistors is a gate or a valve that uh, allows electrons to pass through, or it stops the electrons to pass through. So by doing that thing, we created a state for a computer and how we can process, and that state is in a binary form. So a computer can only do these things. It can either be in on state or in off state, in a true or a false state, and in a one or in a zero state. So this is what we call the term binary. So therefore, we start with the meaning, what is a bit or a binary digit. So same with the decimal system. We also have digits in decimal system. If you can remember, in the rightmost part of a positive no, of a integer number, that is 10 raised to 0. If you can remember it in a decimal system, it's called a decimal system because it is represented by 10 symbols. The symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is why we call it a decimal system. While in a binary system, it is only represented by two symbols, 1 and 0. So if you can remember in the decimal digit system, uh, you can see that it is 10 raised to 0, that is 1, 10 raised to 2, that is 10, 100, then 10 raised to 1 is 10, 10 raised to 3 is 1,000. So if you can remember, it is ones, tens, digits, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. If you can remember, that is how we count numbers in a decimal system. But in a computer system, they count it in a binary system since it is only two symbols, therefore the base is only 2. And as you can see here, we count it not in tens, not in ones, not in hundreds, but we count it as ones, as twos, as fours, as eights, as sixteens, as 32s, and 64s, and 128s, and so on and so forth. So as you can see here, this is how we try to understand how a computer reads a number. So if we input something like, say, number 45, then the computer can only do these things. They can switch this into 1 or they can switch this into 0 depending on what is the uh, or where is the column or the placement of the value of ones and zeros in this number system. As you can see here, this is what we call an 8-bit. Why is it called an 8-bit? Because the container or the switches is 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is what we call an 8-bit binary system. So as you can see here, we can try here. What is 1, 0? 1, 0 is simply 1 times 2, then plus 0 times 1. So that means 1, 0 is the equivalent of the number 2 in binary system. So as you can see here, we can try this one. So we just multiply the value here because the value is only 2. It is either ones or zeros. So 0 times 128, obviously that is 0. So I will do these things. Okay. Then finally. So 2. So 1, 0 is 2. What is 1, 1? 1 and 1. So 1, 1 is 3. Why? Because you just add 2 and 1, it becomes 3. So if I want number 6, if I want 6, decimal 6, the value 6 into, we convert it into a bit or into a binary system, I mean, what is the value of number 6 in a binary system? So as you can see here, we already have 3. We have a total of 3 by turning the switch under 2 and turning the switch under 1, we get a 3. So as you can see here, if we add another 3 to get 6, there is no way that if I put 1 here in 4, it will add to 6. No, it will add to 7. So that is why if I want to get 6, I will turn on the 4 and I will turn off the 1. So therefore, the total value of our number is 6. And 6 in decimal value is represented by this symbol 6, but in binary digits 6 is represented by 1 1 0. So if I turn this all on, it will maximize our 8 bits or our 8 switches. So this is the maximum value that we can get in an 8-bit. That is 255. For if we consider values for signed values, or we consider if it is a positive or a negative value, negative means any number that is less than 0, then the maximum value here is negative 128 to positive 127. But as you can see here, the maximum value here for an 8-bit, meaning 8-bit, or the meaning of bit here is just a switch or the number of switches or the number of containers that we can put zeros and ones. So if I'll turn this off, obviously, you just need to subtract 128 because 0 times 28 means 0. So that is therefore 127. So how about, sir, if I want 1101111? And that is why the answer is also 111. If I'll turn this off, then 103. So as you can see here, 103 is our decimal system, while in binary system, 103 is represented by 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is what we call an 8-bit. So this is what we call a binary digit, or simply called bits. So now let's go. What is a byte? So as you can see here, a byte is just equal to 8 bits. So let's try. So, sorry. Okay. 1 byte is equals to 8 bits with a maximum value of 255 for unsigned values. So, unsigned values. So, 2 bytes, if we just double the byte, then we get also a double 8 bits. And a double 8 bits is equals to 16 bits with a maximum value of 65,635 in unsigned values. So if I continue down this path, if we double the bytes, that is 4 bytes, we get a 32 bits. So 32 bits is just 32 switches. 16 bits is just a 16 switches. Switches means it can only be in two states, that is in ones or zeros, in on or off, in true or false. So if I continue, I think the next here is 8 bits, 16 bits, 16 bytes, sorry. Sorry. I forgot this is an 8 bytes. So, sorry. So, this is an 8 bytes. And the maximum value is, I think, 64 times, so 8 bytes, I'm sorry, no? Like, it is also 64 bits. The maximum for 64 bits is 1.84 followed by 19 zeros. So 8 bytes. So I just skip 6 bytes. So next, how about kilobytes, sir? So a kilobyte is not exactly 1,000 bytes. As you can see here, 1 byte, 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes. As you can see here, we always double the numbers. So 1,000, we cannot find 1, then 000 in a computer system. Instead, 1,000 bytes, 1 kilobyte is equivalent to 1,024 bytes. Therefore, a 1 kilobyte binary digits or 1,024 bytes is equivalent to 8,192 bits. That is 8 times 1,024. So as you can see here, if I'll continue down this path, you would like to ask how many bytes there in a 1 megabyte. So in a 1 megabyte, that is 1,024 raised to 2, or 1,024 times 1,024. Or simply, 1,024 greater than, raised to 2. And that is, as you can see here, this is 1,048,576. So, 1 megabyte is equivalent to 1,024 squared. And if you multiply this 1,024 squared into 8 bits, we will yield 1 megabyte is almost 8,388,608 bits. So we can continue. 1 gigabyte is 1,024 raised to 3, and that is 8,589,934,592 bits. So this is how computers read, and this is very, very beautiful in computer systems. So finally, in a 1 terabyte, that is 1,024 raised to 4, and that is 8 trillion 796 billion 93 million 22,208 bits. So imagine how much number can you get in here for a 1 terabyte. No? So later, if we go to floating point representation, as you can see, it is enough for a 64-bit or a 32-bit to contain huge numbers, because we convert this binary system into a floating point representation, or in a simpler sense or simpler meaning, we convert it into a scientific notation. So we does not really need a very, very large containers or a very, very large switches. 64 bits and 32 bits is enough to hold such a large number. We don't need 1 terabyte, 1 gigabyte, 1 megabyte. So we can only use this one for storage, for memories. But in reading numbers, 64 bits and 32 bits, that is how many? 4 bytes and 8 bytes, respectively, is 4 bytes is equals to 32 bits and 8 bits equals to 64 bits, is enough to contain a very, very, very large numbers, because we convert it into a floating point representation. Uh, so please watch those videos so that you can understand how we can, or how the computers read numbers. So the next video here is about converting decimal values into a binary system. So thank you and God bless.